Hi everyone, it's Irit, and this is the sixth layout I made with the Lost in My Mind Scraptastic kit. This is the March kit, and I got the main kit, the add-on, and a couple more extras. But for this layout, I actually used a couple of things from my stash, and we'll get to that. So again, on this layout, I started from the photo. I just wanted to scrapbook this photo and write a little bit about it, and I had no idea what I was gonna do. So I was just going through the papers and trying to find a color combination that I liked, and slowly I narrowed it down. And this is something that happens to me a lot. I know my stash pretty well, and I know what I have, and I know who makes what. So when I was looking through the papers in the kit, I kind of liked how the photo looked with that paper we got in the main kit from BasicGrey from the Fresh Cut collection. And I liked the colors, but I didn't really see how I could use that particular paper. And that reminded me that actually the only thing I have from this collection, from the Fresh Cut collection, is a 6x6 paper pad. So I pulled that out, and I chose just a couple of papers that fit the photo and the color scheme I had in mind. And I think these papers tend to be like the ones I use the most, or the ones I find the easiest to use, the patterns that have like one color or one color and a neutral. And especially if you have a couple from the same line, it's already color coordinated, so you know it's gonna look good together, but you can still use a lot of color, and I really love using color in my scrapbooking and on my pages. I matted the photo on another piece of 6x6 pattern paper. That one is from the +1 Amy 10 collection. And I decided to use another +1 pattern paper as my background. That pretty turquoise, I guess, or teal shade grid paper, and that one came in the add-on. The pattern paper I chose for my background has all this white printed on it, so I thought I would outline also the smaller papers with white, but when I used my gel pen for this, it kind of disappeared because the white lines on the background paper are much thicker. So I grabbed like a paint pen, I think it's called. What are these things called? It's called Acrylic Paint marker, and the company is I don't even see a company here, but it says extra fine, high quality, water-based paint marker for all surfaces, pump system, high covering, replaceable tip, refillable. And I still can't find the company's name. So that's pretty cool because you can also refill it when the paint runs out. And so that is like more, I guess, messy look, but I liked how it came out, and I think now the white just shows like much better than when I just used the gel pen. Okay, so the company that makes these pens is called Montana, and they are made in Japan. I just have a couple of them. I have the extra fine white one that I'm using here, and then I have a fine one in like this really pretty aqua shade, which is like, I'm very into aqua and mint lately. And I haven't used them a lot. I use them now and then. They're really fun because I like this, opacity of the acrylic paint. But I can't say that I have that great of control on these tips. And like when you see how I outlined it with the white, I kept having like to push it down to get more paint in. So I don't know if it's like the pen or probably the skill of the user that you get like this even flow of paint out of these pens. But when I just draw lines or something, the paint runs out, so I have to like keep pushing it. But it could totally be my problem and not the pen's problem. I don't know. I just haven't used them enough. But they are fun. I picked them up in my local art supply store where I live in Austria. I don't think anyone knows what scrapbooking is. So there are no stores here. There's like one hobby store in the nearest town. I live outside of the city, but there's a town very close by. And there's like this hobby store, but they have everything from like Fimo and glass paint to a few papers that are not that attractive, and maybe a couple of like wooden stamps for making wedding invitations or Christmas or whatever. So I basically pretty much shop only online. But I do like to visit the art supply store because there you can find some really good goodies, watercolors and acrylics and pens and markers. So that's fun. Okay, I'll stop drooling over art supplies and get back to the page. I used my hated letters that came in this month's kit. I just can't stand these packages where everything is like, it's not stuck to anything and you have to go through the whole thing. I think in April's kit that I ordered, I think they have the same exact letters in a different color, but the same jelly bean letters. And I'm already thinking, like, what can I do? I think I'll just lay them out somewhere on the side and arrange them like one time according to the alphabet, and then whenever I need a title, just like take the letters that I need. But I can't like go through the whole thing every time I want a title. It's like super annoying. Yeah. Okay, so I grabbed a couple of those, and I'm really bad with titles, and I wouldn't consider myself like such an unimaginative person, but I don't know what it is about titles. I have a problem, and what usually comes out is something either very, very, very boring, obvious, or whatever, which is okay. But now lately I'm just putting everything with love. So breakfast love, photo love, I don't know, I think I had a couple of other pages with something love. So, it's fine. It's all good. So here I went with breakfast love, and the photo is from just a very nice breakfast I had with a very good friend on my last visit in Israel in February. And in Israel we are all about the breakfast. It's kind of an obsession of ours, and I don't know a lot of places in the world, and certainly not in Europe, where you have like such a variety of things for breakfast. Now, of course, this is not something I would like make for myself every morning or something, but also if I wanted here to go to, like here in Austria, if I wanted to go to a coffee place for breakfast, it's just sad. I'm sorry. I mean, the local food is great, and the quality here is superb of the ingredients. I mean, really, it's like everything is, the food in Austria is a very high percentage of like organic food, and you see the cows and the chickens everywhere outside, and you can taste, you know, the meat is good, the milk products are good, everything is very, very high quality. But the variety is sometimes a bit lacking. And if you want, and especially when it's like when it's breakfast concerned, so if you go to a coffee shop, you can get like bread and some like pastrami, or so, not pastrami, like a ham or something like that, and a couple of slices of cheese, and then maybe like 2 tomatoes as garnish slash, you know, vegetable fix of the day or something. So which is what the locals are used to, and that's what they like, and the coffee places are full. But I've seen other things. I know that there's another world out there, a world of possibilities, and I want my Israeli breakfast. So whenever I visit Israel, I always make sure to have at least 1 or 2 good coffee house breakfasts, and which in Israel usually consists of like a few cheeses and a couple of salads, and we're obsessed with salads. We eat salads for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's also a must for breakfast, and then some type of eggs to go with it, and freshly baked bread. I mean, you gotta have freshly baked bread for breakfast, right? If you were worried I was going to talk about breakfast for 16 minutes, then let me reassure you that I'm done, I think. And just to talk about a few things I did on the page. So the letters that came with this kit, with the main kit, were very bright yellow, and that didn't work for my page. And I could have probably searched my stash for another possibility, but I just thought I would try to like customize them. So I painted them with white, and I think I used my paint pen for that. I think I did, yeah. And then I grabbed an ink dauber, and I used this beautiful Avery L pigment ink. The shade is called Sea Glass, and it's, surprise, surprise, aqua. And it's just a really beautiful light shade. So I dabbed that on the white paint, and the look that I got is, I really like it. It's a little bit messy, and I think you can still see a little bit of the yellow peeking out on the sides of the letters. But I think it all works, and it goes well with these hand-drawn lines around the paper. So I really liked how that turned out. And then, because there's like Amy Tan stuff in this month's kit, that reminded me of my embroidery I will never get that word, kit that I have also from Amy Tan. I think those come in like, she has them in a few of her collections, and the one that I have is of like various images. I think it's from the Yes Please collection. It's from the first collection that she had them. And one of the images there is the word love, when the O is like a heart. So I thought that would look cute, and also the thread that I had was in matching colors to the layout. I used like this nice aqua thread and a little bit of pink, and I thought I ran out of that pink. That pink came with the embroidery kit. I thought I ran out, and then I found it, so that was a happy surprise. And yeah, and what I like about it is that I like how I placed the words, and then later also these asterisk signs. I placed them so they would go over like a few of the paper layers. So I really like that. I like how that looked, like the thread, that the sewing is on a few layers. I think that's a good look. I chose a few wood veneers as embellishments here. These came I think they also come with the main kit, but I also bought the extra wood veneers this month, so you get all the wood veneers from all the kits of March. So I'm not sure. I think the camera comes also with the main kit. Anyway, I wanted a bit a softer look, so I used the Lindy Stamp Gang Frozen Jack Frost Mist. It's a white mist with a little shimmer in it. And I colored the wood veneers. They drink that mist right up. So the look you get is very subtle. If you want it completely white, then probably paint or gesso would be a better way to go. And I also used a couple of the wooden buttons that came in the main kit. I think those are Jelly Bean. And now you can see some still shots of the finished page. That first image of the finished page, I couldn't get the colors right. Like the background just doesn't look like the paper does in real life, but I think in the close-ups you can get a better idea. If you have the kit or the paper, then you probably know what it looks like. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!